where is the BIOS? Over here, guys. Here we have the BIOS. So if the firmware inside the BIOS is corrupted, the motherboard will be dead motherboard. Of course, the motherboard can work sometimes, but you will get a black screen. So basically, to check if the MOSFET is receiving its voltage 3.3 volt, we can just check the pin number 8. We have 3.3 volt. Good. We have 3.3 volt. Why? For beginner, why this one is pin number 8? As you can see, we have this white mark here. We have this dot over here. Means this is the pin number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, guys, we have 3.3 volts. Means the BIOS receive its working voltage 100%, successfully 100%. Okay, so the BIOS should work 100%. If it doesn't work, means the firmware inside it is the bad one. And how can we know if the firmware is good or not? When you get a new bootable, a new boot laptop, or you get a black screen, you have LEDs are on, but you have a black screen. All these signs means you have a problem with the firmware. So the power button, do you see, guys? This is the power button. If we check, let's check this side, we have 3.3 volt in this side, and this side we have 0 volt. This side connected to the ground, and this side we have 3.3 volt. So please, many technicians, ignore the power switch. If you have a failed, a shorted switch, means the 3.3 volt will be always in touch with the ground, means you will get a dead board, guys. Okay, so please pay attention also to this power button and how this power button works. So we have here, guys, 3.3 volt. If I press the button, as you can see, 0 volt, 3.3 volt, 0 volt, 3.3 volt, 0 volt. This is how the switch works. But when you get always like this, 0 volt, like this, okay, guys, means you have problem with the board. Means this one is shorted. It's not good. You have to replace it. The step number 8, guys, is the 3 volt, 5 volt circuit. So we check the power jack. I told you that pay attention to the dry hair in the input connector. Pay attention to this current sense resistor. After that protection component, switches. Of course, for some boards you can find just one switch. Charge IC. So if you get the control signals in these 2 switches, means the charge IC is good. After that, the BIOS, the firmware inside the BIOS, and the 3.3 volt in the pin number 8. Then the power switch. After the power switch, let's begin the deep work. Now we will go deep, guys. So the 5 volt, 3.3 volt. The big one here is for 5 volt. The smallest one is for 3.3 volt. Guys, the 5 volt and 3.3 volt are not voltages. Normal voltages. No, this is the most important voltages in the motherboard after the B plus 90 volt. Without these 2 voltages, nothing will work in the motherboard. Based on 5 volt and 3.3 volt, all other voltages are generated, including the voltage for the RAM for the newest motherboard. Here, for example, we have the RAM circuit. In this inductor, we have 1.5 volt. Why? Because the RAM here is DDR3, and in these capacitors, we have 1.5 volt VDD, and we have 0.75 volt for VDD. But what is here, the main voltage, this is basically the control IC that generate this voltage for the RAM. But what is the working voltage for this IC? If we check, we're gonna find 5 volt or 3.3 volt. So let's check the ceramic capacitors around it. This one, for example, we have 5 volt. Okay, guys, if we check this one also, we have 5 volt VCC. So here, guys, the 5 volt here is the input or the working voltage for this IC in order to get 1.5 volt. Without this voltage, the RAM will not be fed. I can even use the continuity option and check between this coil and this capacitor, and we're gonna find a direct connection. Let's do it. So let's put the multimeter to the continuity option, as you can see, and then let's put one probe here in this inductor. Of course, sorry, let me remove the adapter, guys. Here we have the adapter. Okay, remove it. Let's work safely. So one probe in the inductor. Here, this is the inductor, the 5 volt inductor. Okay, and like this, let's check this capacitor. Do you see, guys? Okay, we have, as you can see, 0 in the multimeter. Direct connection, as you can see, guys. Okay, direct connection. Okay, guys, this is it. So without 5 volt, the voltage for the RAM will not be generated. Let's go deeper a little bit. So let's go back to the voltage option in the multimeter, 20 volts. Okay, and I'll put the black probe in the ground, everywhere in the ground, and let's check another circuit. Here, for example, for this circuit we have 1.8 volt. This IC generates 1.8 volt. But if we look around this IC, we have 3.3 volt. Okay, we have 3.3 volt. So without this 3.3 volt here in this inductor or in this channel, this IC will not be fed or will not be working, then we will not get 1.8 volt. That's why, guys, I told you that the 3.3 volt and 5 volt are the most important voltages in every motherboard after the B+. I can even do the same thing and check between this point here, 3.3 volts, and this capacitor here. We have to find a direct connection. Let's do it again. Again, guys, pay attention. Always remove the adapter if you want to use a continuity option. Okay, so we have the inductor here. We have the ceramic capacitor here. Okay, guys, let's zoom out a little bit. Good. Okay, let's put the multimeter again to the continuity option over here. Okay, guys, so let's check. Good, continuity option set correctly. So guys, if I put one probe in this inductor, in 3.3 volt inductor, let's put it here, for example, because the same thing. Okay, so one probe in 3.3 volt inductor, and let's go directly to this capacitor. Do you see this capacitor, guys? Over here. You see, guys, 0 in the multimeter, direct connection. I will zoom out a little bit. Direct connection, guys. You see, direct connection. So without the 3.3 volt, this IC will not be fed, will not be working. Thus, we will not get 1.8 volt here for the RAM and also for the PCH. Guys, I hope that you understand. Please, if you find this course very important and very informative, please don't hesitate to like the video, share, subscribe, and smash that bell icon for upcoming videos like this one. And guys, for anyone who wants me as a mentor, you can just join me in my Patreon page and select, of course, the mentorship membership, and you are very welcome. I can help you one-on-one with your board failure until you fix it. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.